Hello everyone, leelee here, and welcome back to another episode of This Month in Fandom Forces. Today I'm going to cover everything that happened in and around the game from the month of August. I just want to say real quick that I am recording this like a few days before the end of August. It is currently the 29th of August for me, and so there could be some things after this that possibly happen, like with the test place or some more community stuff and things like that. But because of the way that my schedule works and because of the time that I have and the recording process and editing process that this all takes, I have to record it today, otherwise this will not be out on Friday, which is when I intend to get this video out. But yeah, I think I should cover everything, and I'll try and see if anything happens I can edit it in after I've already recorded this, so just be mindful that if I miss something, that might be why. So starting with the in-game updates, as always, we did have some big updates if you weren't paying attention. New Steel was finally released in 2 parts. If you remember last month, we were getting hints about the update and, you know, getting kind of teased about it by Stylis, but now we finally got it. So part 1 was update 3.11.0 and featured the addition of Rig, a new map, which is very close quarters, and I think it's also pretty fun to play. We also have new first-person uniforms and a very large amount of gun balance changes. I'm not going to go over every single gun change and thing like that from that, but I will have a link down in the description where you can find a list of all the guns and how they were changed. Most notably, the Carbines class as a whole got buffed, and the LMG class as a whole generally saw a nerf, of course with some outliers from each class. Next, for part 2, which was update 3.12.0, 3 new World War III PDWs were added, those being the L2A3, M3A1, and MP40. The UMP and MAC-10 also both got a new unique suppressor, the Psionics suppressor. The BFG50, M60, and Hecate 2 also all saw an aim speed buff, so now the aim speed is higher. We also got a new game mode called Kill Confirmed, which is where you kill enemies and confirm their kill by capturing the dog tags that float over their bodies. If you haven't tried it out yet, you definitely should. I think it's a very fun game mode. Also in the update, we got some new sounds. They're not anything super significant, but you can pick up on them. So now you'll hear a unique sound after you get a kill, or if someone you have spotted is killed, or if you pick up ammo or capture a point. And speaking of capture points, you now also get more points for capturing flares or the hill. You now get 400 instead of 250, which was the previous amount. To wrap up the in-game updates, we also had one more, which was update 3.12.1, and in that update, the M3A1 PDW got buffs to the body multiplier, minimum damage, and as well as reduced recoil. That is all from the main game from August. Now onto the test place. We had quite a bit going on. The Capture the Flag game mode has been added into the test place and is still able to be played, so be sure to try that out. They are testing it after all. And I think it's fun. There's some interesting little quirks to that game mode, as well as mechanically wise, like how it works, that is different, and it's kind of refreshing, kind of like Kill Confirmed was. So definitely go check that out. I'll have a link to the test place in the description. Also added in were some new guns. 2 new AK variants, the AK-105 and AK-103 were added. The AK-105 is a carbine and the AK-103 is an assault rifle. I personally think that the AK-105 could use some buffs should it ever be added into the main game or testing. Right now it kind of feels like it just falls behind the AK-105 and is just one buff away from being decent. Along with those guns, the PPK-12 and Saiga U were both added in. Both of these are shotgun secondaries that have primary versions, so that's kind of neat. They are going to be quite a bit of a high level unlock, I think if and when possibly they make it into the main games. And now most recently the 50 Beowulf was added into the test place. It is a new battle rifle and I think you can try it out. I think it's rank 0 right now. But I personally think that that gun is just a buff away in order for it to kind of compete with the other battle rifles. It's kind of lacking in some areas, and right now it's like I feel like I would rather use something like the FAL or AG3, even AK-12BR over that. Speaking of battle rifles, the G3 was also removed from the test place, and this could either mean that it is being scrapped or is being prepared for the main game, but I really haven't heard much about it, so I do think that this gun is unfortunately not going to make it. It kind of sucks because even though it wasn't the most unique or outstanding battle rifle, you know, its characteristics were kind of a blend of all of the battle rifles. Yeah, I still think it was fun to use, and I feel like it did actually have some potential. With the small amount of battle rifles that we have right now, I don't really see an issue with it being added in. I think that having more battle rifles is, in the end, a good thing because it is a very unique class, and I think a class that is also pretty good in the game. So who knows? But yeah, I think it's dead. I don't think we're going to be seeing that anymore. Lastly, a wallbang bonus was added into the test place, and I think this is really good because it makes sense to reward players for getting a wallbang and also adds a bit more of an incentive to do it. On top of it being more skillful and improving you as a player and kind of testing your aim, it also just gives you points now, and I think that people maybe didn't even know that you could wallbang in the game previous to this maybe. There are times where you will wallbang someone and they will call you a hacker because they do not understand simple gun mechanics. From the wallbang, you will get plus 50 added onto your kill, so you know there is a lot of potential here to earn a lot more points on top of, especially if you're sniping, if you get a headshot bonus, and if you get a distance bonus. I mean, heck, maybe if you wallbang them while they're capturing a point or carrying the flag or something like that, you can just reap in a bunch of points. That is all from the test place from August. Moving on to the featured subreddit post, we don't have a ton of stuff to go over, but first we do have some more fan art from Flaming Swiffer Duster for the new Steel update. Great work from him as always, and then we also have a cool and very well made animation of the MG36 that is from Reddit user Disco Developer. Next, we had a post from Mardiman, who is a contributor over at Stylis, showing the iron sights that he is working on. So now in, I think, whatever iron sights he's choosing to work on, they will have a glow to them. In the game, you can see that there are already some guns that have that, but not all of them do. And then lastly, we have the meme of the month, which is from AquaFuze and is titled A Meme About Weapon Cases. That is all from the subreddit from August. To wrap it up, let's get into some Stylis and Discord and other general community things. First, in the Stylis Discord, to celebrate hitting 25,000 members, a giveaway was done, so congrats to the winners of that giveaway, as well as to Stylis for hitting that milestone. I think they're even at something like 30,000 now. So next, we had some more stuff from Mardiman, because why not? He is currently working on a few new guns. Here we have pictures of the Unica, I think I'm saying that correctly, which is a semi-automatic revolver, meaning that when you shoot it, you don't have to pull the hammer down every time in order to shoot again. So that's kind of neat. It also looks pretty cool and also exists in real life, which is neat. And then we also have the HK51B, which is kind of like a belt-fed MP5. I don't know if this will make its way into the LMG class, or if it'll be placed as a PDW, but definitely a very interesting and unique gun. Also being worked on is the 44 Magnum in MP5K. Speaking of guns, we have a new place from Shaylan called More Guns for PF, and in this place are some models of guns that we already have, but also some new ones like the Beowulf, the North Korean AK-74, and seemingly a PPSH style secondary, which is interesting, and also a dinosaur, because why not? And then also recently added into that same game place was the model for the Stayer sniper rifle, which Shaylan also worked on a live stream. And if that sniper rifle looks familiar to you, it is the same model that is used for the Scout in Counter-Strike Source. So one of the models also has a bipod on it, which does make me kind of hopeful that maybe we'll have a functioning bipod, but I don't think it'll do anything for the gun, seeing as we already have other guns like the Hecate and Colt LMG that have bipods already that are useless, but it's nice to imagine what it could be like. I imagine that if this sniper rifle ever makes it into the game or testing, it will perform like maybe the Mosin or the Remington 700, where it is a more fast-paced, kind of speedy sniper rifle. That is all from the Discord and general community from August. That is all for today. Let me know what you think of things like the new Steel update as well as the things in the test place. I would be curious to know what are your thoughts even on the new Beowulf, the Stayer Sniper as well. That's always interesting to see what people think. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.